Hello students, my name is Tarana and I'm from the Faculty Office of Business and Law. My screen recording today is for both Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Law students, and the areas I will cover are Step 1, how to access program guide and review your specialization and complementary study options. Step 2, how to lock in your option in the system. And finally, Step 3, how to complete the My Study Plan document online. So let's begin with step 1, which is how to access your program guide. You need to go into the Campus Central portal at www.campuscentral.taylors.edu.my. Here you log in as usual using your Taylor's email address and password. Once you're signed in, you will be led to this page, which is on my screen right now. Click on My Program. And then Program Guide. Once you click on that, you will be directed to this page where the contents of your program guide will be shown. Firstly, let me take some time to explain what is a program guide. Now, this is a document that gives you all the details you need to know about your program and how to graduate on time, right? You will notice there are sections like program structure, academic calendar, information on your exams, grading scheme, how to progress to the next semester, and so on and so forth, right? Now, within each category, there are subsections. For example, when you click on General Academic Progression Rules, there are subsections here that you can choose to understand those sections in greater detail, right? Now, in summary, my advice is for you to take the time and review this to understand your program better, yeah? Now, to review your choices of specialization and complementary study options, what you need to do is you need to click on program structure, right? And thereafter, click on module information and then my program structure. Once you click on this link, you will see categories of modules that forms part of your program. Do take the time to browse through this section and take note of all the modules that forms part of your program. However, for the purposes of reviewing your options, the section that I need you to focus on is the complementary study category. Now, once you click on this category, you will notice further options within this category, such as extension, second major, minor, and free elective. You need to only choose one option, right? So if you need to know the difference between these categories, please review your program guide in the first link to obtain the information. As an example, let's assume you're interested in a minor. So please click on the minor link and you will be then brought to a page of a list of minors that is applicable to your program, right? So you can browse through, take your time and understand which minor is something that suits you, right? So for the purposes of this demo, I will click on psychology. Okay. Now, once you click on it, firstly, you will notice that there is a short synopsis about the minor. This will help you understand what this minor is all about. And then it follows by all the modules that you need to do under this minor. So you will notice that Introduction to Psychology and Learning and Motivation are two modules that are compulsory, whereas the remaining three modules can be chosen from this list here, right? So you can pick and choose what modules you want to do under this minor. Okay. Now, if you want to know more about this module or a certain module, you can just click View. So for example, let's find out what Introduction to Psychology is all about. So when you click View, you'll be taken to a page that will give you details of this module, right? It is called Module Information. Okay, so here you will see an overview of the module, the synopsis, the learning outcomes, the teaching, learning and assessment, and so on and so forth. But the part that I need you to focus on here is the semester offered part, right? So this module is offered in March and August, and it is important for you to take note because this will help you when you do your My Study Plan, which is under step 3. Now, in addition to researching your complementary study options, Bachelor of Business students are also supposed to research on the option they wish to take under their specialization, right? So this is not applicable to Bachelor of Laws. Now, Bachelor of Business students, you will notice that there are 6 options here and you are required to choose one area of interest. So let's just assume you're interested in marketing. So when you click on marketing, you will be then brought to a page that was similar to your minor in psychology. The synopsis is given, and then the modules that you need to do are also listed here, right? Now, if you again want to know any module information, just click on the view and it will take you to the module information page. Okay? Now, once you are done with your review and research and have decided on your option, then you are ready for step 2. Please go back to the My Program page. And here you click on Selection and Change of Specialization and Complementary Studies. Right? On this page, please click on this bullet. And you will be led to this page where you need to choose your options. Right? Now, a note for Bachelor of Law students. If you have chosen free electives as your option, then you can skip this particular step, right? You will then join me for step 3. The reason is because your choice of free electives has already been set by default. Now for the rest, let me show you how to log in your option in the system, right? Firstly, you're required to select a choice under specialization. Again, this part is not applicable to the Bachelor of Law students. So when you click here, you will see all your options, and I will choose Digital Marketing and Analytics for this demo. For complementary study, please choose either extension, second major, or minor, right? You are not to choose all. You may also choose extension and minor, 2 minors, or second major, right? You are not allowed to do 2 extension, okay? Now do take note that for extension and minor, 2 minors and second major, it will be extra credits, which would mean extra fees to be paid and an additional semester to be added to your program duration, right? So you will end up spending with us 3.5 years instead of the usual 3 years, okay? Now, Bachelor of Business students who wish to choose free electives as your option, then this part is to be ignored, right? Just choose your specialization only. Once you are done with your choices, you need to submit your selection. For the purposes of this demo, I will not do it because I've already chosen my selection. Also, take note of this statement about your curriculum structure. I would need you to check after a few days to confirm that your selection is updated. How do you do this? Simply click on My Information above here, right? And then click My Curriculum Structure. Now, you will notice your details and choices will appear unless you have chosen free electives, right? This will not appear under this part. Okay, once your curriculum structure is updated, you're ready to move on to the last step, that is step 3, which is to complete your My Study Plan. Click on My Information again and then click My Study Plan. Once you are in this page, please click Create. You will then notice your details here. So you need to ensure that these details are correct and accurate as per the choice that you have chosen, right? Now, once you're on this page, you will also notice that the modules you have taken or are taking right now will appear where the semester is locked, meaning you are not allowed to change it. The comments you see on the right side could be credit transfer, passed or failed, right? What happens next is you need to start planning and inserting the semester when you wish to do the modules, right? That will appear on this plan. But before we do that, let me share some important points with you first. Firstly, if you're interested in the integrated Bachelor Master program, which was explained in the academic briefing by your respective head of schools, please ensure you choose free electives as your complementary study option. Secondly, for Malaysian students, some of you are required to take BKA in order to graduate. This is if you do not possess the SPM qualification or you did not obtain a credit in Bahasa Melayu. So for you, your graduating credits will be 122 credits instead of the usual 120 credits. Thirdly, please ensure you do the modules that have prerequisites after you have done the lower level modules. For example, Bachelor of Law students, you will know that Land Law 1 needs to be done earlier before you do Land Law 2. Or another example for Bachelor of Business students is microeconomics need to be done first before macroeconomics. Fourthly, look at the semester offering. Not all modules are offered every semester, so you need to ensure you have seen the module offering, which can be found under the module information in your program structure. I had shown you this earlier. Also, please refer to the academic briefing done by your schools as they have mentioned which modules are offered when. This is extremely important to follow to ensure your My Study Plan is complete and done correctly. Fifthly, you need to make sure every semester modules are registered with modules. Yeah, this includes the January semester as well. The other point is every long semester you can only do a maximum of 20 credits, and a short semester you can only do a maximum of 10 credits. Last but not least, if you're planning to transfer to our partner university in the third year, you still need to complete the My Study Plan until the third year as well. Okay, so let's go back to your My Study Plan. Now, the first decision you need to make is if you are planning a semester abroad, right? This part here. Meaning, do you wish to go for student exchange in the upcoming semester? Students usually go in semester 4, and in your case, this will be March 2021. If you have decided to go, then please click yes under this section. And ensure that your choice of complementary study that you had locked in earlier was free electives. More information on student exchange is provided in the slides that is enclosed in my email. For the purposes of this demo, I will leave it as no. Thereafter, using the sample study plans that is shared with you in my email as well, you need to start populating the modules by its semester starting from August 2020 onwards. Let me show you the study plans that I have shared across with you. So this is a sample study plan for Bachelor of Law students. So you will notice that if you have chosen extension or minor, the study plan is the same study plan, right? Now, the modules that are in blue are primary major modules, and these are your core modules, meaning you do not have the option to change when you need to do this. You need to follow as per what the school has decided for you, right? So these are modules that you had done in your last semesters, these two, and here should be the modules that you are currently doing, right, in your March 2020 semester. So what you need to do is start plotting for the remaining semesters that you have to complete your program, right? The next sample study plan that I have here is if you have chosen free electives. So this is how it looks if you have chosen free electives as your option. Thirdly, if you have chosen extension and minor or 2 minors. So you will notice that there is an additional semester you need to spend with us if you choose this option. And last but not least is if you have chosen second major, right? Again, this is also an option where you need to spend an additional semester with us. Okay. Now let me show you business school sample study plan. Now for Bachelor of Business, you will notice that free electives, minor and extension share the same study plan. Again, the modules in blue are common core or primary major. And then you have specialization modules that you need to plot. So your specialization modules are listed as specialization 1 until specialization 10 here. And then in between, you have your UCM modules, which are actually your MPU modules, and options, whether it's free elective, extension, or minor, right? The second sample study plan here is if you have decided to take 2 minors or minor and extension. So similarly, you need to spend an additional semester with us. The third study plan is if you plan to do second major. And the last study plan here is if you wish to go for a semester abroad, right? So the business school has suggested that you do it in March 2021 and you just plot in your free electives in this semester. So when you go away to our partner university, you can do any modules of your preferred choice, and when you return, we will recognize them as free electives under your program structure. Okay, so now let's plot in your modules under the study plan. Okay, for students who have received credit transfer, please use the special study plan that was given to you when you joined our program for the March 2020 intake. You are not to follow these study plans that I had shown on my screen earlier. Also, I understand that there may be some of you who may have failed modules in semester 1 and you are repeating them in semester 2. This would mean that you may not be able to follow the study plans that I had shown. Nevertheless, please try and plan for your semesters. If you face any issues, we will clarify them during the live Q&A session, which was shared with you in my email. Yeah. So let's start populating accordingly. Now, when you click on the drop-down list here, you will notice the remaining semesters you have to do to complete the program, such as August 2020, January 2021, and so on and so forth, right? Now, August and March are long semesters, and January is a short semester. Now, we will start with the common core modules first. They are simpler to populate, as the sample study plan will show you exactly when you need to do them. I will just insert the module for the semester for this example, but you will do it as per your sample study plan. So please bear with me as I populate my study plan here, yeah? Okay, so I'm done with the common core modules because this student only had 2 modules to do, but you will have more. Now let's look into the specialization part. This is only applicable to Bachelor of Business. Here's what you need to decide. Here's where you need to decide which modules you wish to do when. The sample study plan, you will notice, just shows specialization 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So when you plan, do ensure all prerequisites are adhered to. Okay, so please bear with me again as I populate my modules. Okay, so I'm done doing it for my specialization, right? So once this is done, you need to start doing it for your complementary study section. Now in my example, it's a minor, right? So please focus on the remarks column here and follow accordingly. So again, please bear with me as I populate this part again. Okay, so these are the compulsory modules you will notice for this option. And I need to complete 2 modules under here. So I can choose 2 modules and I plan to choose food media. And perhaps principles of restaurant operation. Okay. So I have done populating for my complementary study. Now, I wish to mention to you that for students who have chosen free electives, you will see hundreds and hundreds of modules that you can pick and choose. So please choose as per its offering. For students who have indicated yes for semester abroad earlier, please pick and choose any free electives in the drop-down list in the semester you wish to go for the exchange program. For example, if you're going in March 2021, then pick and choose 5 free electives modules and select for the semester. Do take note that this is only for the purposes of filling up the My Study Plan. In reality, you will not be doing these modules here, but will be doing the modules of your choice at the university you have picked to do your student exchange. Also, for students who have opted the Integrated Bachelor Master Program pathway, please pick and choose any free electives in the drop-down list of your choice, depending on the semester you wish to take it. Now, the master modules will have to be taken in your final year, and that is August 2021 and March 2022 for you, right? Now, these modules are modules that start with the module code 7, okay? Now, you will notice all your modules for degree program is starting with 6. 62704, 62304, 62104, 62604 and all that, right? But the master modules will start with the digit 7, yeah? You're allowed to choose a maximum of 3 master modules spread in 2 semesters. Okay, then comes MPU 1 modules, right? You will notice in your sample study plans that all MPU modules are referred to as UCM, which I've already mentioned, yeah? So just to be clear, they are the same thing. So for MPU 1A and 1B, the best is to choose to do these modules in the short semester, right? Either January 2020, which either you've done it, or in January 2021. Malaysian students must choose Tamadun Islam dan Tamadun Asia and Hubungan Etnik, and international students must choose Pengajian Malaysian 3 and Bahasa Komunikasi 2. So let me just plot this for a January semester here. Right, okay. Now, some of y'all may already have modules locked in, meaning you have already done your MPU 1 modules. Okay, next comes the MPU 2, right? Most students would have done this, but if you have not done it or have failed the modules, please populate this module in one of the long semester, as this module is not offered in the short semester. Additionally, for Malaysian students, you are required to take BKA in order to graduate. Please populate this module in the upcoming short semester, which is January 2021. As you may be aware, BKA needs to be completed if you do not possess the SPM qualification or you did not obtain a credit in Bahasa Melayu. So for my example, you will notice it's already locked, meaning it's already done or the student is currently taking it. Yeah. Then we come to MPU 3. Again, I would think most students are done with this. If not, please populate this module in one of the long semester, as this module is not offered in the short semester. Lastly, MPU 4. Now, in my example, you will notice the module name is Social Innovation Project. This is for students in the 2020 intake, so for you, it will be Community Service Initiative. Please populate this module in one of the long semesters as per your sample study plan. So I will put it under my August 2020 semester. Okay. Now, once you're done populating all the modules, please click Save. Right? Once you have saved, scroll to the top, right? Scroll to the top to validate your study plan. The purpose of validation is to ensure all semesters have been completed with correct modules as per offering. You have met all the prerequisites and so on and so forth. If your validation fails, please rectify the error by clicking Edit, change what is needed, then save and validate again. This needs to be repeated until you get the message validation passed, right? So let's validate my study plan. Okay, so I have a problem here. It says module HOS 60704 Beverage Management is not offered in the August semester. Please revise the study plan, right? So if I want to revise my study plan, I need to click Edit, go down to Beverage Management, which is under my minor, and ensure this is not chosen in the August semester but is chosen in the March semester, right? Okay, I'm done. So then I click Save. And then go to the top and validate once again. Okay, I have passed my validation. Now, once you have passed the validation, you can click Close and you print to save a copy for your reference, right? So when you do that, you will notice that you are able to see what modules you have plotted when, right? And this is very good because if you are unhappy with the way this is done, you then may repeat the steps of editing, saving, and then validating once again. Now, once you are happy with it, then you need to just click Submit for approval. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm happy with it. I will then click for Submit for approval. Your program director will then review your study plan and approve or reject accordingly. The whole exercise is completed once you receive an email stating that your My Study Plan is approved by the program director. If it is rejected, please edit and resubmit according to the comments given by the program director. Okay, now I will not be submitting for approval because this is just for demo purposes. So I'm just going to sign out. Yeah. Okay, that's all from me. You are more than welcome to email me if you have any questions. Alternatively, please attend the live Q&A so that we can clarify issues you are facing. Thank you once again and all the best.